The biggest problem with integration is that black people lost their space. That was the biggest problem with integration, is that black people lost their space. And when we had to share our space, that's what equaled our opportunities lost, and also we spent a lot of time battling, and we lost properties, and we took all losses when we decided to turn into integration. And what I mean by that, we was also tricked, because at the same time it was really no integration, it was still segregation, but we got integrated. Okay? So I say this to say this. You go to a hood now that used to be predominantly black. Now you go to every hood, it's predominantly black and what? Black and Mexican. But you don't ever look on the outside in, is that the Jewish people, especially in LA, they still got their own community. Asians got Chinatown, they still got their own community. India, they got India Town, Bobo Bells and stuff everywhere. They still have their own community where they live at. So they're not integrated with the black men and ninjas. Mexicans are integrated with the ninjas, meaning that they grew up with the ninjas, be around the ninjas, and unfortunately, you be around ninjas, ninja stuff happen. Okay? You be around ninjas, you get influenced by ninjas. But you see the good and the bad with ninjas. But the way y'all handle ninjas, y'all can't handle ninjas the way we handle ninjas, because we are ninjas. So a lot of stuff in the Mexican community involving tension between blacks and Mexicans is personal things. You took my girl. Okay, ninjas take other ninjas' girls. Some ninjas die for it, some ninjas just don't care. But we don't hate everybody but that one person. If our girl gets took by that one person, we don't hate everybody. Y'all girl get took, y'all hate the whole race. Your girl gets took, you hate the whole race, and that's not fair. That's not fair. But this is the things that they had to deal with being around ninjas, to the point where they feel like, you feel like when you came here, you was part of the same struggle as us. You feel like we understand ninjas. And ninjas, they love us because they love our food, and they love being around us, which we do. We love being around Mexicans. So that's why I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, well, dudes are racist and all that stuff that said something about Blueface. He was a racist, and, he said racist comments. It had more to do with the girl. And what you have to understand is that it's been, most of the wars between Mexicans and blacks been over girls. Like, I don't know, in Southern California, those Mexican girls are more dedicated to the Mexicans. Like the girl said, even the girl said it, like, I'm dedicated to Trece, whatever she said, right? And, they're serious about that. They're willing to, blow up a whole family behind that girl. In Northern California, the Mexicans are more players. They got multiple Mexican girls, so it's like they don't really be tripping if one of their girls get took, and they not on no suicide mission on the girl. They don't be tripping because they be having more Mexican girls on disposal. The Mexicans up north are more relaxed around black people because the black people they grew up around were more relaxed people. Does that make sense? Mexicans are more relaxed because the black people that they grew up around, they integrated around, were more relaxed people. The Mexicans that grew up around Los Angeles are more violent because they grew up around more violent-minded black men. I'm not saying that Oakland's not violent. I'm not saying that up north is not violent. It's just the way how life goes out there. It's not. It's a different type of culture. It's a different type of fun. It's a different type of mentality compared to strictly gang banging and, wake up in the morning, gang bang, die, gang bang, eat, sleep, drink, gang. It's a lot. So the culture out there is much more, Mexicans are much more violent. And it's like that everywhere. If you go to Texas, right? The Mexicans that grew up around Texas, they're cool and relaxed. They're hella cool. They cool, like they're cool. They don't be tripping off nothing. Nothing at all. They are cool. They're like the coolest Mexicans. I'm telling you, down south Mexicans are cool. But, still, they still got their own little culture thing going on. But what I'm saying is this. The integration of being around ninjas. The Mexicans are first-hand people to experience this. Because they had to integrate with us. Compared to, Chinese and Indians and white people. The deceptors are all deceptors. Yeah, some white people be in and out here somewhere. One, you might catch a family or two, but you ain't get, man, they got a whole pod. Jewish people got a whole segment out. White people, they got whole segments. Indians got a whole segment. Chinese got whole segment. Even Africans. Africans don't have to deal with ninjas. Africans are not around ninjas at all, period. Africans are in their own little hit off place. You might find one or two Africans that want to be a thug, but most Africans are hitting off. They're in their own little culture bubble. Talking about Africa. So, you have to look at it like this, man. Me personally, I find Mexican women very beautiful. Would I mess with them? Yes. Would I date her? No. I tried that before in my 20s. Went on a little, Latino rampage, and it was a little bit on the nightmare side. They're controlling. They want, they're fussy. They fuss too much. They demanding. Only thing they know how to cook is burrito. I cook nothing else. I don't want to eat no burrito and taco every day. No. And, you can't really get to know their parents that well. Some of them don't speak English. They go in there just hand you a plate of beans and some beer and tequila and keep playing. And I can just never I'm going to be honest with you. I've been to places. I have friends that Mexican took me to, all Mexican party. All Mexican. I'm the only black person in there. Had a blast, But I gotta be really toe up and messed up to listen to that music for a long time, man. The great thing about y'all can listen to hip hop all day and it won't make your head hurt, But I can listen to hip hop, but I can't listen to the Mexican music all day. My head starts pounding after, y'all jumping around and everybody jumping around and, doing the cultural dance. And I understand that, but it hurts my head, man. I can't do it. I can't. I'm sorry.